questions.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, Winnie. Are you an expert on climate change, Winnie?
What?
Are you an expert on climate change? Winnie, just 1 second, please.
I don't understand what it means.
I just had to put the air conditioning on in my room because it's getting very hot. Winnie, these questions are about climate change. What does that mean, climate change?
The weather.
That's right. And why is it occurring? Why is climate change occurring?
The weather turned hot and global warming.
That's right. So it's all due to global warming, apparently. Okay, now, something is the process whereby the sun turns water into vapor. Do you understand vapor? So we're talking about a process where, okay, good. The sun is shining down on water and turning it into vapor or gas, so water vapor. Now, do you know the name of the process? Condensation, evaporation, transpiration, or convection?
Transpiration.
No, that's breathing. So when you breathe, you transpire. You change, anyway, so it's not transpiration, it's one of the others. Begins with E.
Convection.
No, convection is where, for example, if you have a hot surface, like a heater, it radiates heat into the atmosphere. So if you have a fire burning, that is convection. It heat is conveyed into the atmosphere. So it's one of these two. It begins with E.
Evaporation.
That's right, evaporation. Do you know what condensation is?
It means two things change into one, combine into one.
If you're boiling water, you get water vapor coming off. Now that process is evaporation. So water evaporates when we boil it. But if you when you get water vapor, if I put if I put a metal here, so the water vapor will hit the metal and you'll get little bits of water on it. That's called condensation. So when water vapor hits a surface, it condenses into water. Do you understand? I'm not very good at explaining this. Water evaporates, so when the sun shines, if we have the sea, it makes water evaporate into the atmosphere. Now, what happens eventually is it rains. Rain is condensation.
Oh, I see.
So it comes back again. Okay?
Okay.
Anyway, let's leave it there. The right answer is evaporation for that question. Okay? Thank you, Winnie. Bin, can you do the next one?
Morning.
Hello. Hello. Bin, do you know what the ozone layer is?
Yeah, I know it.
What is it?
Ozone layer. It's a layer full of ozone.
It's very, very good. So if we have the Earth, part of the Earth atmosphere is the ozone layer, and it reflects sunlight, or it reflects harmful UV rays. Okay? So now the ozone layer protects the Earth from the harmful effects of what from the sun? Condensation, precipitation, evaporation, or radiation? Which one?
D, radiation.
Yeah, correct. So it's actually UV radiation. What does UV stand for?
UV. Ultraviolet.
That's right, ultraviolet. So ultraviolet rays are one of the forms of radiation that can be harmful. Now, if you go and sit on a beach for 3 hours, Bin, what will happen to you? So if you go and sit on a hot beach for a few hours, what will happen?
My skin will be burned.
Yep, that's right. You'll get sunburn.
Sunburned.
And the cause of sunburn are UV or is ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Okay. Now, if we did not have the ozone layer, you would be burnt every time you went outside. So the ozone layer is very important. Thank you, Bin.
You are welcome.
Joe. Hello, Joe.
Yes. Hello.
Now, if sea levels continue to rise, there will be something flooding. Widespread, congested, intense, or minimal.
sorry, I don't know.
Well, we'll have a guess. What does widespread mean?
Widespread means, it's just like I widespread a lot of something and let everybody knows. Is that?
Yes, and that's the answer. Widespread flooding. It means flooding over a very large area.
Yeah.
Now, if I said congested traffic, what do I mean?
Congested. It means it is a really terrible traffic.
Yeah,
Traffic
very,
jam.
very heavy. That's right, the traffic jam. Now, if I said that somebody, a person is intense, what does that mean? So if she has an intense personality, for example, or that person is intense, what do they mean?
It means that the person is really passionate or...
Yes, that's good. Passionate's got there. So it's a person that's very focused on what they do, and they produce often very good work. Now, is it a positive thing to say? So if I said that Bin is a really intense person, is that positive?
It's not really, maybe I think it's negative.
Yeah, it can be negative. It depends a little bit on your tone, but it's a sort of a negative positive. So you are saying that, yeah, they're good at what they do, but they're so good that they can be irritating. Now, have you heard of greenies?
That is a person who is really eco-conscious about the environment.
That's right. So greenies can be very intense.
Mm-hmm.
They do a good job. They are necessary, but they can be a pain. It can be a pain. So a pain means that we don't really like them. They can be quite annoying people. So that's what intense means. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So you did know it.
Okay. Thanks.
Chen.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hi. Chen, have you ever heard of the Kyoto Protocol?
Not really.
All right. It's to do with preserving the environment. It was an agreement between many countries to say we're going to try and protect the environment. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now, with that knowledge, can you guess the objective of the Kyoto Protocol was to achieve something of greenhouse gas concentration? Solidarity, fluctuation, concentration, or stabilization? Actually, before you answer, Chen, what's the greenhouse gas?
I know greenhouse, but I don't know greenhouse gas.
All right. Remember, it's to do with the atmosphere. So what's the main gas in the
Oh,
atmosphere? Problem.
is it like some global warming?
Yes. Yes. So what's the main gas that causes global warming? Too much of it. Too much of it.
CO2.
Yeah, what does that stand for, CO2? Yeah, what does that stand for, CO2? Carbon. Carbon.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, that's right, you should know that. That's right, you should know that. And anyway, it's easy to say CO2 now. Actually, alright, it's called carbon dioxide. It's called carbon dioxide. Why is it called dioxide? Why is it called dioxide?
Two oxygens.
Yeah, two oxygen. Now, two oxygen what? Two oxygen molecules or atoms? Oxygen molecules or atoms?
Atoms.
Correct. So, an atom is an atom of oxygen, an atom of carbon. CO2 is a molecule. Which means a combination of atoms. And it's a molecule of carbon dioxide. Now, can you think of a molecule that has one atom of oxygen? You drink it.
Is it could be water?
That's right. And what is the chemical symbol for water? The chemical symbol
H2O.
for dioxide, CO2. That's right. H2O. So two atoms of hydrogen. Plus one atom of oxygen is water. All right. Let's go back to what you were doing before. So, in the Kyoto Protocol was to achieve something of greenhouse gas concentration. So, solidarity, fluctuation, concentration, or stabilization.
Concentration.
That means we increase the levels. Which we don't want to do. Fluctuation means they go up and down. Which we don't want.
Stabilization.
That's right. We want to make them stable so they don't go any higher. So the idea was to stabilize the level of greenhouse gases and eventually reduce them.
Okay, then
All right,
Nicholas,
thank
what
you,
does
Tim. Yeah,
A,
all right, thank you,
what,
Tim.
what does A stand for? Solidarity here.
Solidarity means to make something more solid, or bring it together. So
Doesn't
you might
fit
say the
here
objective.
at all.
Basically, it doesn't fit here at all. No.
Okay.
We could say fluctuation of greenhouse gas, concentration, or stable, but you'd have to say something like.
I would think decrease of greenhouse gas
Well,
concentration.
that's right, but they couldn't agree on the decrease level. So they all
Okay.
agreed to, right, we'll stabilize it, then later we'll reduce it. Okay? All right, thank you, Chen. Dylan.
Hello?
Hello, Dylan. Have you got the flu? All right, Dylan, can you answer this one? Something can result from greatly reduced rainfall due to climate change or human practices such as deforestation. What's deforestation?
那什么东西？看一下。
Well, first of all, what's a forest? So, Dylan, do you like walking in a forest?
Yes.
Good. What is a forest?
Forest. Many more trees.
Yes, right. So if deforestation means
People to 阐述 to 你怎么念？
Forestation 就是你去种树嘛 ，deforestation 就是去开发。
砍那个怎么念？我，要问我这个啊？砍树要怎么念 ？Q 它当 tree。
that's right. So you deforestation means you make the forest go away. Now change one letter and make it an opposite word. I've typed that there. So change one letter of deforestation and make it the opposite word, where you're putting forests back or putting trees back.
re 种树。哦，种。全D， 然后呢 become to R。
Yeah, that's right. Change the D to R. Whole meaning changes. Anyway, so one of the things, deforestation reduces rainfall. What can result? Wildification, wilderness, desertification, or desertness.
Deforestation，它可能为什么？
without great reversal due to climate change or human factors.
So one of these is the result of deforestation. So you chop down the trees, what happens?
The
No trees.
no trees.
Yeah, no trees.
Desertification. C.
Good. And what does that mean?
No tree.
More.
No tree. No tree. Yeah. No tree.
What's a desert?
This. 这是什么？沙漠怎么念？
So what's a desert?
Many much sand.
That's that. Give me an example of a huge desert in the world. Name one.
Sahara.
That's right. Sahara is a good example. Now,
澳洲那个里面的沙漠，内陆沙漠。
Wow.
so that's the Sahara Desert. What color is it?
Yellow.
Yellow is that. Oh, sorry. That.
That.
Not well, that bit's black perhaps, but what about this bit and this bit?
Mm.
Begin, well, I call it O.
Darker yellow.
Sort of,
Orange.
yeah,
Yeah.
golden orange or something. Now, what do you call these hills? There's a special name, they're called sand something.
Hill.
You can call them sand hills, yes, but there's a special name. 5 letters, begins with D and
Sand
ends in
hill.
S.
Is that hill.
Not sand hills, sand, D-U-N-E-S, sand dunes. So they're called sand dunes.
Sand dune.
Okay?
Dunes.
Sand dunes.
Dunes.
Yeah,
Okay.
sand hills are the same thing, but sand dunes sounds nicer. All right. Now, wait a minute, where we got? Here we are. Now,
Yeah.
if I add one S in here, what does it mean?
Mm.
So what's the dessert?
Oh. Cooker. Cake. Oh, it's yummy. Good.
Yes, it's yummy. So a dessert is something you, well, in Australia we have it after our main meal and call it a dessert. So it's a pudding or a sweet, as we say. So last year somebody was mistaking desert and dessert, so we had to correct her. So anyway, the answer to that is desertification. Note there's only one S. Now, thank you very much, Dylan. Emily, can you do the last question?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you should be very knowledgeable by now, Emily. Do you know what CO2 is? So a great deal of CO2
Yes.
production is a result of traffic, obstruction, jamming, overcrowding or congestion.
Jamming.
No. You could say the result of traffic jams, but we don't say traffic jamming. There's a better word.
Congestion. Congestion.
Yeah, congestion. Can you say it again? Congestion.
Congestion.
That's right. So traffic congestion is traffic jams, as you say. What is overcrowding?
Many people.
Yeah. Do you think you are overcrowded in Taiwan?
It's often to see the condition.
That's right. It's getting very crowded because there are too many people. How many are there now in Taiwan? 20 million?
Almost.
Okay. Do you know them all?
I don't know the exactly number.
All right. Thank you, Emily. Now, we're going to do something on New Zealand and China and dairy today. Just let me upload this. Alice? You sick as well, Alice? Everybody's sick today. Alice, what is the dairy industry?
Dairy industry. Wait. Dairy. Oh, milk. Milk by milk.
That's
Milk.
right. So, what produces milk? What animal?
Cow.
That's right. Is a pig part of the dairy industry? Is a pig part of the dairy industry?
No.
No. Do you like milk?
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of excuse me, a lot of Asian people don't. But, all right. I'll come back in a minute and ask you another question, Alice. That was too easy.
Okay.
All right. When we think of New Zealand, just excuse me. Excuse me. I've had the flu now for a few days and I keep coughing. Now, when we think of New Zealand farm produce, that's products, many of us will be tempted to think of sheep. But the dairy industry that's booming over there just now, fueled by a growing demand for pure New Zealand milk, with China leading the way as the biggest buyer. So we sent Dunny Isdale, his reporter, to meet the Kiwi millionaire milk magnates to find out the secret to their success and the price they're paying for it. Now, this is a transcript. So this reading is a transcript. Alice, I'm going to ask you in a minute what a transcript is. So Alice, that will be your job. You need to tell me what a transcript is, okay? I'll come back in a minute or two. Now, so when we think of New Zealand farm produce or products, we often think of sheep, because New Zealand are famous for its sheep. But the dairy industry that's booming means it's increasing rapidly. And it's fueled, driven, so fueled like fueling your car. This boom is fueled by a demand for New Zealand milk. and China is the main place that they export their milk to. Now, Alice, what's the transcript?
Oh, you copy from something.
That's right.
And you write down in a new... Yeah.
You did exactly what they say. So a transcript of our conversation would be, Alice, what's the transcript? And it would say, and you would say something you write down, another thing. Okay, so that's the transcript. So this is a transcript from a from a video that I'll play you in a few minutes when we've done this bit of the transcript. Nick? Nick? Nick, hello?
Yes.
Nick, hello?
Yeah, hi.
What country buys most of New Zealand's dairy produce?
China?
Good. Why do you think they need so much milk?
Because they have a lot of people.
That's correct. There are a lot of people, so they need a lot of milk. Thank you. Now, so this is a reporter. She's talking about a day in a New Zealand farm. The day's barely begun. Time is money. And in New Zealand, money is milk. It's 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and the humble hand milkers of the old days. So humble means very basic, not complicated. Hand milkers are people that used to milk cows by hand, and they've been replaced by faster, more efficient machinery. So the old days of human people milking cows are gone, or largely gone, and today it's done by machinery. Now it's all about volume. And the idea is to milk as many cows a day as possible. These udders of white gold feed people all over the globe, particularly China, and they keep the entire New Zealand milk economy afloat. Now, Angela, do you know what an udder is?
No.
All right. Where does the milk come out of cows?
Breast.
Cows don't have breasts, they have udders.
Others.
Udder, that's correct. Just a minute. So, this is an udder. And these things are called teats. Now, as you said, women have breasts. How many?
2.
Very good. Now, so women have breasts, and on the top of the breast, there is something called a nipple. And that in women, that's where the milk comes out of.
Yes.
Now, men also have breasts, and they do have nipples, but men do not produce milk. Why don't they produce milk?
Because
you need to use a hormone. The name of a hormone.
Because women can produce or men don't.
That's right. Women have estrogen and progesterone. That's what makes you women. And so when you have a baby, you start producing milk for your baby. Now cows produce milk all the time, okay? And they have an udder, and the
Yes.
milk comes out here. Now you can milk by hand. So if you pull on the teat, milk comes out. Or you can have machinery to do it. Just a minute. So the modern dairy farms in New Zealand, and I'm sure in Taiwan as well. Sorry, that's not the greatest picture. Let me put a bigger one up. So that's a milking machine. So the cows are here. There are machines attached to their udders, and all the milk goes in there, and they milk them. Okay? I don't think. No.
Okay.
So you can kind of. Yeah. This is a bit. Have you ever been to a
Okay.
farm? And seen a cow?
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen one being milked?
No, I
they-
only
they-
see the
they-
cows.
Yeah. They put special sucking machines on the end, and they suck all the milk out here. So that's a milking machine.
Okay.
And that's an Indian, and that's an Indian. All right. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
I have to go back to. All right. So enough. Others of white gold. Ivy.
Hello.
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 What do you think white gold refers to? So it said others of white gold.
White gold means milk.
Yes, that's right. White gold means milk. Because milk's very valuable.
Because yes.
That's right. So you had the
And
answer, so stop there. Well done. And so they're playing on words. So they're saying volume, and these udders of white gold. So they're saying the udders they're like gold. Is gold expensive in your country, Ivy? Do you like gold?
Yes, very expensive.
Yes. Have you ever seen gold?
No.
How much do you think one of those gold bars is worth? 200 grams.
Oh.
And I think gold is about, I don't know, it's about $1,000 US an ounce or something. So each bar is worth $20,000. A little bit less, but very expensive. So others of white gold is milk because it's very valuable to the New Zealand economy.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you.
So Trevor Hamilton is a bit of a legend around here. He's a self-made milk mogul. Rita, what is a milk mogul?
The host. The milk house.
What? Yeah, but what does the word mogul mean?
Million very rich people.
That's correct. So if you're a mogul, you're very rich. Now, what does self-made mean?
Do himself.
That's correct. So he got his money himself. He's a milk farmer and he's a mogul because he's very clever. Now, he built a $140 million dairy farm empire from the ground up. What does that mean, from the ground up? So what does that mean, from the ground up, Rita?
From scratch.
Yeah, from scratch. What does that mean, from scratch?
Built from the ground.
That's right. He did it. He had nothing. And he's built his empire little by little, from nothing up to something worth $140 million. So yes, it's. We also say from scratch. Thank you, Rita. Now, he loves what he does. Business is the best game in town. You just got to know how to play. I love the thrill of the chase. Now, Daniel, what is thrill of the chase? So he loves the thrill of the chase. What does that mean?
He likes something feel.
Yeah, what's a thrill?
Excitement.
That's right. Do you like chasing girls, Daniel?
I like chasing basketball.
So, well, do you like chasing girls or boys? For a date?
Girl.
Girl, right. Okay. Now, when somebody says, yes, I'll go out with you, how do you feel?
I feel excited or happy.
Right.
And
the thrill of the chase means you're really excited by whatever you're chasing. So some people say, I love the thrill of the chase of a girl. Or this guy likes, what's this guy chasing? So he's talking about this Trevor Hamill. What's he chasing?
Earn money.
That's right, money. He wants money. How's he making his money?
to put
So where did money come from?
Produce more milk and buy more cow to produce.
That's right.
And
More
money.
cows, more milk, more money. Thank you, Daniel. Now, this morning, talking the shed. This is talking about the place. The shed is the name of the place where the cows get milked. So the talk in the shed is around the latest drop in the price of milk. So last year was a record year. That's pretty good. This year it's about holding our bloody costs in every which way we can. I'm going to a manager's meeting now. Holding our bloody costs in every which way we can. Chen.
Hello.
What does bloody mean? Or how is it used here?
Bloody, very much blood.
Well, it's a swear word. But the literal meaning in bloody means a lot of blood. So if I cut your throat, what would happen? So if I cut your throat with a knife, what would happen?
You are bleed a lot of blood.
That's right. There'd be a bloody mess. Now, we also say when somebody wants to swear, it's not an offensive swear word. It's sort of just using it mildly. So, oh, that's a bloody nuisance. It's not used in good conversation, but he wants to hold his bloody costs in every which way we can. So what's he saying? So last year was a record year. This year it's not. Everything's going down. The price of milk's dropping. So what does he mean? Holding our costs in every which way we can. What's he trying to do to his costs?
Cost a lot of money.
Yeah. So he wants to save money any way he can. Okay. Thank you, Chen.
Oh,
Our
welcome.
global dairy prices have dropped more than 40%. It's a bumpy ride for farmers. So, Sam,
Hi.
what price? What does this mean? It's been a bumpy ride for farmers.
No money.
Correct. There's a lack of money. Now, what's the opposite word of bumpy? If they were having a good year, how can I change that word to something else?
Smooth?
That's right. Smooth is the opposite word. So smooth means everything goes along nicely. Bumpy means it's not nice. It's bouncing up and down. Now, how much were cows? So how much did cows
Can you say again?
used to cost? What did cows used to cost?
Sure. 2,200.
Right, and what price are they now?
Oh, 怎么说？100, 320.
$1,500 or 1,500. Now, if I say what's the difference in price, what do I mean? So if I say what's the difference in price, how are you going to answer that?
700.
Not 200.
No. 700.
Yeah, 700. So roughly what percentage is that? What percentage drop? Roughly.
30.
Yeah, roughly. 30%. Do you like doing maths, Sam?
No.
All right, thank you. Now, of course, the demand of the last 2 years has been insatiable. Jason, are you insatiable? Din has put the word up for you in the text there.
No, I'm not.
All right. What are you then?
In some way.
Oh, in some ways. All right. How are you insatiable?
Knowledge for knowledge.
All right, that's good. As long as you were not insatiable in everything. You obviously know what I'm talking about. But it looks like it's backing off at the moment. So the last 2 years have been really bad, really hard to meet the demand for milk. And that's been in China wants more and more milk. But it's backing off. So in other words, it's dropping because the Americans and Europeans are now pushing into China at a high milk price. So Americans and other Western countries are now trying to get into China. That's going to put a lot of people under a lot of pressure, as if they haven't built a business that is sustainable around those levels. Now, what is a sustainable business? So when we say a sustainable business, what is that? Good, bad? What does it mean? Jason, what does sustainable mean?
It's a strong business, and it wouldn't easily beaten by other companies.
Yep. So it's a strong business. He's got a strong business. Anyway, thank you, Jason. Now, the dairy cooperative. The dairy cooperative is a group of people or a group of companies. A cooperative, used as a noun, means a group of people that cooperate. So the dairy cooperative, the people who own this business, they're called Fonterra or Fonterra. So they're a group of companies who own this business, and they buy 90% of New Zealand milk to process it and sell it to the rest of the world. And it says next year it's going to be paying farmers less because of these reasons, that milk production in milk production is now increasing in America and Europe. And there's more markets more interested in milk. So again, the more markets is referring back to America and Europe. It used to be just New Zealand, now it's 3 main players. And there's more trading dairy. Therefore you see ripples across the markets. Ripples, if you look at a pool, ripples of water move across the pool. So if you have a pool of water and you put your hand in and move your hand, it causes ripples. That's the name of water moving like little tiny waves or ripples. So that's the exact meaning of ripples, but ripples across the markets means movements across the markets with different political, economic and climatic shocks. Either that should be affecting, not effecting. That word is being typed wrongly. Affecting supply or demand. So we see an increase in volatility and we expect that to be the norm going forward. So what it's saying is that frontier are paying less. That's going to cause problems, ripples across the markets. And it's going to affect supply and demand. So they'll see an increase in volatility. Volatility is the degree to which something goes up and down. So the stock market is volatile, it means it's going up and down. If it's stable, it's going along nicely. So if something is volatile, it means it's changing rapidly. The norm going forward. Jerry.
Hi.
What's going to be the norm going forward? So is it going to be volatile? Is it going to be stable? Good for milk? Bad for New Zealand? What?
I don't understand how you say.
All right. The norm refers to the normal situation from this point on. All right. So norm is short for normal situation. So the price of milk is going down, and the situation is volatile. And they expect this to be the normal situation going forward. In other words, from now on. So from that, so you try and explain it to me now, Jerry. So what's the normal situation now? So what's the situation now?
The price is up and down.
That's correct. It's actually going down, but you're right, it's up and down. And that's going to be what happens from now on, unfortunately. Why? So what's the reason for that, Jerry? Why is it going up and down?
Because the market is not stable.
That's correct. It's not stable because the Americans and Europeans have now increased their milk production. Thanks, Jerry. Now the last slide on this. New Zealand dominates the global dairy market. 19 million tons of milk a year, 95% goes overseas. Most to China, but in 2008 the Kiwis signed a free trade agreement with China around the same time. Now there was a problem. So in 2008 New Zealand were producing 19 million tons and the majority was going to China. However, and in 2008 the Kiwis signed a free trade agreement, but at the same time a deadly baby formula scandal in China destroyed its domestic market. Now, bug. What is a baby?
Baby, very small people.
Right, what's deadly?
Deadly, very serious.
Right, and what's a baby formula? Think of feeding babies.
Baby phone. The
So, Bug, what is a baby formula?
A baby, the milk that babies drink.
Yeah, it's a replacement for mother's milk that you feed to babies. So this is the formula. You make it up in water, you put it in the bottle and you feed it to the baby. What do you call this? Four words begins with T. Four letters begins with T. Ends in T as well, and it's not tit. Teat. Anyway, back to where we were, says he hopefully. So, there's a problem here. There's been a deadly baby formula scandal in China that destroyed the domestic market. Now, what do you think that means, Bug? You may not know about it because this was when you were younger. But can you guess at what deadly baby formula meant? What happened in China?
And I think it's that they saw the poison milk and some baby dead
That's correct.
because of drinking.
That's correct. That's correct. So for some reason there was poison in baby's milk formula and it killed several children in China. Now, generally, do people like having their babies killed, Bug?
No.
No. So that's why the Chinese government say, right, no more baby formula. From China, I should say. So what they did, they started getting milk from New Zealand. So they turned to their Kiwi friends. Kiwi is another word for a New Zealand person. Alright? So a Kiwi is a person from New Zealand. It's just it's a slang word, it's quite positive, and if you are a Kiwi, generally people are quite friendly. Anyway, and now the world's superpower buys a whopping half of its dairy products from New Zealand. Whopping means very large. To meet its long-term growth, Fonterra is looking further afield now. So we've got a baby scandal, a baby formula scandal. That's what made China go to New Zealand. But now Fonterra is looking further afield. What does that mean, looking further afield, Bug?
Looking forward. And looking forward.
Remember, in China, there's now America and Europeans selling milk. So they're looking further afield to other markets. So why are they looking further afield? That looking further afield means looking to other places to sell their milk or to sell their milk product, because the market in China is decreasing. Okay? Or try this one. We're talking here about Alistair Neville, so this is again to you, Bug. He said, I grew up on this dairy farm, and I basically just followed in my father's footsteps. What does that mean, if you follow in your father's footsteps?
Doing the same things that his father had did before.
That's right. What does your father do, Bug?
He's an engineer.
Do you want to follow in his footsteps and become an engineer?
No.
No, that's good.
It's not my interest.
Thank you, Bug. So at 26, he's taken over his family farm and the heavy responsibility of keeping it profitable. Some days are easy and others it's scary. I've got to keep positive, keep pushing it, get those cows cranking and making up for any losses, and just budget carefully. If you get something cranking, it means you get it going. So it's a slang word. It just means if you crank something up, it just means you get those cows cranking, get them moving, get them going. And he's being positive. So he's keeping positive. He wants to get the cows cranking, make up for losses, and budget carefully. The mornings are early, the days are long and dirty, but he likes it. It's a good industry to make money, but at the same time it's more than just a job. It's a passion, it's an interest. And most people farm because they love it. Now, it's about farming smarter and not harder. Joe Changi.
Hello?
Put this in your words. It's about farming smarter and not harder. What does that mean?
It's about farming smarter and not harder. It means that because it means it means that you have to use your brain to think like more idea to make you be more productive.
That's right. So you use your brain, in other words. Think about ideas, be smart, and don't work too hard, and you can still make money. And he's hoping
That's
China
right.
stays hungry, so we just hope we can keep feeding. China's always going to be a market if he's falling. Now, shall we have a break, Pearl, and come back and play the video?
Okay, let's do that.
All right. About 10 minutes.
Okay, done. Nicholas, done.
All right. Okay, you can start that when you start that when you're ready, TA. Thanks. Okay. Before you answer any questions, can you please introduce yourself? My name is Joe, or my name is Tina, whatever. Okay, so what does the speaker mean, sorry, when she refers to others as white girls?
Hi, Nicholas. I'm Flower.
Yep.
Others of white girl means that the place the cow stole the milk.
That's right. Have you got another?
What?
Have you got another?
No, I have nipples, not others.
Well, women do not have others either. Udder is a cow-specific term referring to the cow's mammary glands. Mammary glands are what produce milk. Thank you, Flower. Why has the value of cows fallen from $22 to $1,500?
Hi, Nicholas. I'm Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
And I think that's because the price of milk has fallen.
Yes, why?
What?
Or, yes, sorry, you're correct.
Because
Yes, you're correct. The price of milk has fallen because the value of cows has fallen. That's it. So one is related to the other. How? So milk's worth less, so why are the cows worth less? Why is one related to the other, Sylvia?
because cows can produce milk, and and when the price of milk fallen, so the cows will be on value. In value.
Good.
On value.
Thank you.
没有价值。
So why is the price of milk falling?
Hello, teacher. I'm Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Because America and Europe sell milk in China, so sales of milk become more competitive.
Competitive. That's better.
Competitive.
Do you like milk?
Yes.
What do you use milk in? Do you have it in tea and coffee or other places?
Milk plus coffee.
All right. Do you drink green tea?
Yes.
But how about black tea? Do you drink that?
Yes.
With milk or black?
Black tea.
Okay. Thank you, Tina. What are the 2 reasons that have allowed New Zealand to dominate the Chinese market?
Hello, I am Shirley.
Hey, Shirley.
Because New Zealand and China have free trade agreement. The second reason was the baby formula milk scandal in China. This scandal
Very good.
destroyed the China's market.
Correct. How many children are you going to have, Shelley?
Huh?
How many children do you think you will have?
One.
One?
Yes.
What, do you want a girl or a boy?
Mm, 都可以。Boy.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
That's all right. Thank you, Shelley. All right, now somebody's already done this.
Thank you.
But somebody else. So it's about farming and smarter, not harder. What does he mean?
I'm Kevin.
So what does that mean? Hello?
Sorry. Hello, my name is Rex. It means that you need to use technology, not just work hard by yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable answer. Use technology and don't work by yourself. Do you agree with that, Rex? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yes, it.
Because?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because you can just stay at home and they'll earn many money.
That's right. Yeah. And we don't say many money, what do we say? So you will earn how much money? You will earn how much money? It's not many money. You want a singular word. Many's plural. You will earn
Much
something money. Much money, good.
Much money.
That's money. You'll earn much money. It's interesting. Many money is quite a common mistake. I hear many people from Asia saying that because money is correctly is plural, but we say much money, or if you like, a lot of money. So which would you prefer, much money or a lot of money, Rex?
Much money.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a reading next. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to do another listening on something called net neutrality. And there are again some questions, if I can find them. Here we are. This is a little bit shorter than the last one, and will take us up to another break, I would think. So there are 8 questions. The speaker, I think, is reasonably clear. It's not an easy topic, but I think it's easier than dairy farming. So if you can give those questions out, Pearl, you can play this thing.
Okay, I have just assigned
All right.
the question to
Okay,
8
I
people.
don't think there's any particularly hard words there. You'll have to stepped up to the plate means. Okay. You can start playing that when you're ready, please, Mr. or Miss TA.
What is the topic of this article?
It's called net neutrality. Net neutrality.
Can you
It's
type
talking
it?
about
Okay.
I've typed it there. And it's
Okay.
talking about the internet as a neutral place, or not a neutral place. Okay. So why is the internet called the information superhighway?
Hello, I'm Bing.
I think.
回答。The internet is called the information superhighway. It's because you can find almost all kinds of information on internet.
Exactly. So it tells you anything you want to know if you have the knowledge or the ability to look for it. Are you good at looking or searching on the internet? Are you good at using
Yes,
the internet?
I'm good for it.
In
Yes,
English or
I'm
in
good
Mandarin?
on it.
Or both?
Could you speak again?
Yeah. In English and Mandarin or just Mandarin? When you're looking
Both.
using the internet. Both, right, that's good.
Both.
Okay, thank you. And what is net neutrality?
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Rita, and neutrality is internet provider or government should supply equality all information.
Good. So it means that nobody gets favored treatment. So everybody's equal. That's right. Thank you, Rita. What impact does net neutrality have on business startups?
Hello, I'm Chen. I think they are in the same term.
Yes, they're in equal terms. So they have the same potential. All of them can be successful. And it does not depend on their access to the internet, or their speed at least. Now, there's some laws proposed by the FCC. Do these laws preserve or destroy net neutrality, and why?
Hi, I'm Jason. I think it will destroy the neutrality because a resource will enrichment and the content of the internet will decrease. I think it's very not fair because the internet is everyone can use it to do many things, and it should not be controlled by enrichment.
That's correct. So it shouldn't be controlled by the rich. It was originally created for everybody. So if you have a two-tiered system, that means a two-story system with one slow and one fast. Only those who are rich will be able to use the fast lane. What will be the effect of these proposed laws on the consumer?
Hi, I'm Nick, and I think the consumer might need to pay more money to get a service.
Yeah, that's right. You have to pay more. That's all it is. And if you have to pay more, some people can't afford it. Who did this article quote as having an opinion? So there's three people or organizations that were quoted. Hello? Who's answering this question? Hello, can you still hear me? Number 6? Nobody? Yeah.
President.
person.
总统啊。
President. Obama.
Yeah, Obama. Who else?
Company, technology company 啊，还有那个民意代表啊，Congressional Republican 啊，国会议员啊。
Company. And
Yeah, what?
Republic.
No. Congressional Republicans. What are they? Congressional Republicans. Or who are they?
Company. Is 民意代表。Congressional Republic.
All right, they're a political party. Now the speaker says critics point out that the SEC has not stepped up to the plate. What does this mean?
Maybe it means they haven't done the task completely.
Yes, correct. They've not completed the task. So the FCC has proposed laws, but they don't really do what they're intending to do, so they're not really good. What does the speaker say is going to be a difficult task?
Coming out with rules that internet service provider cannot get around.
Correct. So in other words, they can't break them. Which internet providers are very good. Now, who's speaking?
Tim.
So that's okay. I've got to type a question here. In Taiwan, how do you pay for the internet?
Can you do again?
Yeah. So in Taiwan, how do you have to pay for the internet?
Credit card. No.
Sorry, how? Well, I'll give you an example. In Australia, I pay roughly $200 a month for unlimited download, so I can download as much as I want. But our internet is limited to ADSL 2 plus at the moment, which gives me roughly 10 megabits per second. Up and very much less, down, but very much less upload. So are your speeds faster and do you have to pay more? Remember, this is in Australian dollars. So this is considered quite expensive in Australia, but how do you pay? Do you pay a service provider and is it unlimited or do you have download limits?
Unlimited. 我不知道。我爸。
So how does it work in Taiwan?
Hi, I'm Jason. In Taiwan, you pay depend on your speed. If you want a higher speed, you should pay more money.
Okay.
It will pay to ISP. Like 中华怎么讲？China communication. Like that.
So
China
how many providers have you got?
How many providers have you got? 靠北啊！你这家伙，妈的，这美国人。你说。
All right.
All right. I pay 7,000 about a year. Its speed is 60 mega a second.
Okay. Do you get wireless only? Or is it wired?
Is it wired? From the ISP is wired, but I have a AP. So we can use so in my house I can use a wireless.
Okay. In Australia at the moment, we have something called the National Broadband Network being set up. Broadband network. It's for this. The National Broadband Network, the whole of Australia is being wired by fibre optic. And it's going to give us speeds of 100 megabytes a second. It's costing about US $35 billion. It's very, very expensive. And a lot of people are saying that the NBN is a waste of money. However, I haven't got this yet in my house. I hope to have it within the next 12 months. But I have it at work, and the NBN, the speeds by Australian standards, they'll increase the speed by 30 times. So at work, my internet speed is 30 times that of my home. I like fast internet. I'm actually at home doing this lesson, and the speed of the internet is perfectly capable of carrying video, but that's my home. If I want to download films at home, it takes me, depending on the size of the film, 1 to 2 hours per gigabyte. That depends. That's from iTunes. If at work, it takes about 30 minutes, or less. So that it's very, very much quicker. And however, the price of speed in Australia is very great. And also, some people are saying that we should be having satellite internet, because it's much cheaper than sticking wires in the ground. But anyway, Australia's gone to a wired service. So and it is expensive, but most people just pay it because we have no choice. So it is quite interesting. All right, shall we have another break, Pearl, and then come back for the last few minutes?
Nicholas, I want Nick to say something about our internet service here. It's really convenient beyond your imagination. Nick?
Okay.
It's very convenient, and because like when you go on like a McDonald's or the convenience store like Family Mart, High Life, and even the Sevens, and we all get a free internet, and also like Starbucks, you also get a free internet at Starbucks as well. And according to our government, like I mean like it's something like similar to the like where you pay the taxes or other public transportation where you get your driver's license, and those places also have a free internet as well. So it's kind of like really you can't get the internet everywhere, and sometimes I heard the bus even has the free Wi-Fi.
We have many places with free Wi-Fi, but you can only, you can't download anything. They won't let you download a file with attachments. Are some sites censored in Taiwan? Are they blocked? Like in China?
Yeah, but you can still go over there with the proxy service.
Oh yes, I know. But yeah, we use proxy service here.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's really convenient in Taiwan. Okay, so we will take a break now. For how long?
Yep, that sounds
5
good.
minutes?
Oh, just about five minutes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hello, teacher.
Describe this picture and what's happening.
In this picture, I can see the fire burn these things.
Yes, and what is it? What is it burning? What's these things? Yes, that's right.
Cocaine.
That's right. Cocaine. Correct.
Cocaine. Yes.
What's cocaine?
If you want to have a barbecue, you need it.
If you want a barbecue, you need cocaine.
Maybe.
What is cocaine?
Drug.
Yes, is a good drug or a bad drug?
Drug.
Yes,
Coke.
it's a drug, but is it a good drug or a bad drug?
Oh, bad drug.
Right, why is it bad? What happens if you take it?
Maybe it will hurt your body and hurt your health.
Yeah. Now, this is all cocaine. How much is it worth?
Can you repeat one more time?
Yes, how much is this cocaine worth?
20 billion. 2 billion.
More, 200, yeah, no, 200 million. Remember, a billion is
200.
billion. So it's $0.2 billion. Still quite a lot of money. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Shelley.
Hello.
Do you kiss like this?
What?
Do you kiss like the Maoris?
No.
Right. So tell me what's going on here. Read this here, and then tell me what's going on in the picture.
They are placed. Oh. Mario say hello by placing their nose together in a greeting called hangi.
Okay. Correct. Now, what's this? What's the name for that? And can you spell it? Begins with T. You know what it is, but can you spell it?
Tattoo.
T-A.
Tattoo.
Good. Now, what do you call this?
Earring.
What do you call these?
Feather.
Not fee. Feather. Feather.
Feather.
Feathers. Where do they come from?
They come from birds.
Right. And what do you call? What's this made of?
They come from animals.
Correct. But this stuff here, it's an animal coat. What's its
Yes.
proper name? 3 letters.
I don't know.
It begins with F and ends in R.
Later.
With fur.
Oh, fur.
Okay. Now, do you have fur, Jelly?
No.
What do you have?
What do you have? Huh? What?
Yeah, what? So what are you
I
covered
don't know.
in? If not skin. You have skin. Animals have fur. Or animals have fur on their skin. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Hi.
Can you read that to me and tell me what it is? Or put it in your own words?
In the Amazon, 这什么 Asianica Indian Applied Face Tent, made from seed of the aruco plant, each day in a design that reflects their mood.
Right. So tell me about it. In other words, put it in your words.
They paint their face depend on their mood.
Good. That's all you need to say. They paint their face depending on how they feel. And what's the origin of the face paint? In other words, how is it made?
a feet of the friend, kind of friend.
Right. Now this photograph is what we say sharp. It's a sharp, you can see the edges of the face. How would you describe this photograph? The opposite of sharp.
I don't know how to say.
Right, the word beginning with B and ending in Y. BL.
它这个叫物化是什么？
Anybody? Blurry or blurred. So if something's blurry, it's not sharp. So this one is blurred or blurry. Okay? Now, Kevin, what do you do to reflect your mood? You paint your face? So how do we know your mood? Hello? Kevin, how do we know your mood?
Yeah. Maybe just look at my face and you maybe you know.
All right. Alice? Has Kevin got a good-looking face?
He I don't know.
That's a good answer. Be neutral. Can you do the next one, Alice? What's this picture of and what does it show?
Size of compilation of Thailand's only aircraft carrier versus the USS Kitty Hawk.
Right, so now tell me in your words. So how are you going to say it?
There are a lot of airplanes on a bigger ship.
So is that from Thailand or the US, this one?
This is Kitty one.
Yeah, but is this from Thailand or the US?
Thailand.
Right, why?
Yes. Thailand.
Because
they don't have so much money to...
Correct. So it's much smaller and they can't afford a big thing like... These things cost about 5 billion US to build. So they're very expensive. So this one, I don't know how much, but possibly 1 billion. But what do these ships do? What are they for? What's their function? Why?
They are the guardian of the ocean
That's
area.
right. So they build them and they have bombers and fighter planes on them. These are all planes or helicopters. And the US has an aircraft carrier sitting in the near China and near Japan. So they keep one of these near in case they need to fight a war. Thank you. All right. Daniel. No, actually, no. Yeah, Daniel, what does this show?
A woman's face, a picture.
Yeah, can you read this or is it too small?
Tattooist wife.
Right, what's he done to his wife?
What should
So what has this tattooist done to his wife?
he draw many elements on her skin.
Yes. Does this arouse your passion?
And I don't like this.
No, neither do I. I think they look horrible.
Yeah.
This was in 1907. So it was over a century ago, so it's interesting. Do you know what this necklace is made of? It begins with P, got 5 letters. It's got 6 letters actually. So what are the little beads on the necklace made of? They come from oysters.
Pearl.
That's right. So they're pearls. I think they are anyway. And they're very expensive, and the pearl necklace is generally worth a lot of money. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Angela.
Hello.
This is an ATM pin code schema. Can you guess at what it is for, or who uses it?
I don't know.
All right. If I tell you it's illegal and used by criminals, does that help? Or what do you think it's for in that case? Because it's an illegal device used by criminals. What do you think it's for?
To steal the PIN code.
Yeah, that's right. So they put it over the proper one, and it skims it. That means it. So when you put in your code, it sends it to the criminals. I don't know how exactly. It's called a skimmer, and it looks like the underneath one, but it still works. But they capture or steal your ATM PIN code. And these have been used for a few years, but people are often fooled by them. Now, what is on the tip of this finger? If you blow it up, you'll see ridges and curls, and what do they call it? So right on the tip of your finger, what do they call it?
Fingerprint.
Yes, fingerprint. Why are they useful to police?
Because everyone's fingerprints are unique.
Correct. Exactly. So they're unique. So they're like your DNA. They can identify you. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Winnie, does this look
Yes.
like your hand?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Where's it from?
Gorilla?
Orangutan. It's a form of monkey, but no, it's not a gorilla.
Oh.
And it's 44 years old now. Yeah, you know orangutan?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Just a minute. This is that's a baby orangutan, very, very cute at that stage. The trouble is, like other orangutans, they grow up, and when they grow up, they're ugly. Wait a minute. That's an adult orangutan. So, okay, so they're orangutans or orangutans, and what color are they? Don't say brown.
Orange?
Yeah, sort of orange-brown. Now, what part of the hand is this called?
Palm.
Palm, that's right. And how would you describe these lines? There's a specific word beginning with CR and ending in E. And it's called a palmar. So that palmar, because that's the adjective, palmar something. You have them on your own hand. Except they're
print.
not black. A palm print would be okay, but the word is crease. So crease is like when you iron your clothes with an iron, you're getting rid of the creases. So we also call this a crease. Okay?
Okay.
So now you know what orangutans look like.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Winnie.
So their hair
Go
is
on.
orange, but their skin is black?
Yes. It's like polar bears. Even though polar bears have white fur, their skin is actually black. Why do you think that is? Or why do polar bears have black skin?
If they want to keep warm, or why?
Exactly.
I don't.
So if they get wet, you can actually see their skin is black under the wet fur. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, all right, we better stop there, Pearl. It's 2 o'clock. Okay?
Nicholas, can you help us to read some of the new words that you introduced today correctly? In the article that about the milk, saying that that what's osteogenesis and the progester. I don't know how to say those two words correctly. Remember?
Just let me try and find
two
it.
hormones. Two hormones.
Is this? Oh.
No.
Oh, the
it's
hormone.
in your in the dialogue. You know, in the dialogue,
Right,
you're saying that male don't have milk because they don't have two kinds of hormones.
Yeah, males
I don't know how to say those. Yeah.
So that testosterone is the male hormone, and estrogen is female, and progesterone.
Progesterone.
Yeah, progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone.
Estrogen. So the
Estrogen
first O
is spelled
doesn't.
No, estrogen
So
is spelled in British English with an O, but in American with no O. It's E-S-T-R-O-G-E-N.
Estrogen and the progester. Say that again. Progesterone.
Yep.
Progesterone. And
testosterone.
That's difficult. That's really difficult.
Yeah, well, they're medical words.
Yeah, but you know, it's getting common, right?
In the West would know them. Yes, you're right.
I mean, people nowadays are really concerned about their health, so all these terms are getting more frequently used, right, in daily conversation.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
All right.
friendly.
I'll see you next week then.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.